electric. Now, Neil, before anything else, of course, we have to talk about our conference format because it's a bit different from what we're used to and what we followed last year. So first off, we have two pools. For Pool A, we have the Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers, the Cherry Itigo Crossovers, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, the Signal HD Spikers, and of course the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Now, moving on to Pool B, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, the Signal HD Spikers, and of course the F2. We have the Body Pure Purest Water Defenders. There we go. Creamline Pool Smashers, the Petrogas Angels, as well as the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. So now that we're done discussing both our pools, both in Pool A and Pool B, pag-usapan naman natin ang ating preliminaries.
Yeah, the 9 participating teams were split into 2 pools. Pool A has 5 teams, while Pool B has 4. For the preliminary round of competition, each pool will play in a single round-robin format, and only 4 teams from each group will move on to the quarterfinals. So the 5th-ranked team in Pool A will automatically be placed in the classification round. However, it's important to note that in the quarters, the top 2 teams from each pool will gain a twice-to-beat advantage.
Alright, so done with the preliminaries, puntahan naman natin ang ating quarterfinals, and this is where things get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, the first-ranked team from one pool will face the 4th-ranked team from the other pool, while the second-ranked team will face the 3rd-ranked team in their opposing pools also. The losers from each matchup are then dropped to the classification round. The losers of Q1 and Q4 matchups will be grouped with the eliminated team from Pool A, and those 3 teams will play a single round robin format to determine the 7th to 9th placers of this conference.
Malapit na. So moving on to the semifinals naman, Neil, I'm pretty sure that this, is something that our fans are used to.
Yeah, the semifinals, wala tayong masyadong babaguhin. It will still be a best of 3. Q1 against Q3, Q2 against Q4. Kung sino ang mananalo dyan will enter our finals, and whoever loses will enter the battle for third. All of which will be of a best of 3 series.
There you go. Ang daming sinabi ni Neil. Thank you so much, Neil, for explaining everything very thoroughly. And for all our fans who are still a bit confused, don't worry. We will keep on refreshing your minds. And as the season progresses, it will be easier to understand. Now, Neil, let's get to the fun part. Let's talk about our 2 teams competing today. Of course, starting things off with a Black Mamba Army Lady Troopers headed by Coach Kung Fu Reyes. Now, when I hear about this team, one word comes to mind: veterans. They always have familiar faces and pretty much the same lineup that they filled in, which they did fill in last year in the 2021 PBL Open Conference. Kaya lang, may nagbago sa lineup na ito, Neil. Can you explain to us what are the changes and what do you think that's going to happen to this team coming into this conference?
Actually, the biggest difference from the last conference will be the absence of Jovelyn Gonzaga and Lenny Bautista, 2 of which are the backbone in the Philippine Army. So, itong conference ito, we will see kung sino yung mga bagong recruits nila na mag-step up to fill in the void na naiiwan nung dalawang sinabi ko kanina.
Absolutely. It'll be so exciting to watch our veterans play with the younger players in their team. And speaking of one of the veterans, the backbone also of this Black Mamba Army Lady Troopers team, Ging Balsepabayo, we talked to her a while ago, and this is what she had to say when we asked her about what motivates her in the PBL.
Sa amin naman, wala namang problema kung sino yung darating sa amin sa teammate. Kasi naman sila, kung bago sila, mas kami mga senior na welcome namin yun. And then kung hindi naman pinakita na parang kulang kami, hindi namin iniisip yun. Kasi kami, sa Army talaga lalaban kami. Kung sino man darating sa amin, kung sino mang maglanap sa amin, palaban din yun, napunta sa amin. Siguro napag-usapan namin sa teammate, buong team, ang goal talaga is mag-top 4. Pero bago namin mangyari, makuha yun, dapat kailangan man namin tiyaga sa training at saka syempre, kailangan naman palagi manalo sa siguro sa akin, ayun na yun ito na yun dugong talaga value. Pag kaya ko maglaro, pag andun pa yung tiwala ng mga coaches sa akin, sa mga teammates sa akin, kaya po maglaro. At gagawin ko din ang best ko at siyempre laking tiwala nila sa akin. Kaya yun.
That's one of the household names in Philippine volleyball. You have Ging Balsepabayo. And I like what she said, lalaban kami hanggang kaya. Kung sino man dumating, haharapin namin.
Kaya naman sila part of the Army, Neil. Now let's move on to the other side of the fence. Pag-usapan naman natin ng F2 Logistics Cargo Movers with Coach Ramil De Jesus at the helm. Now, what can you say about this roster coming into the Open Conference? Because it's very different, Neil, from what we're used to seeing from this team. And also, this game marks your debut as a professional volleyball team.
That's correct. The Cargo Movers are finally making their debut in Philippine professional volleyball. They weren't able to participate last conference, but they showed no signs of rust as they swept the PNBF Champions League. And as you can see on your screen, yung key holders, nandyan pa rin yung standard first six nila. They are losing Kalimao, but with the addition of Iris Tolinada, Zier Basho, and Shola Alvarez, F2 is still one of the teams to look out for in this conference.
And of course, hindi mawawala dyan si Abby Maranyo, ang kanilang kapitana. And we also had a chance to talk to her rather a while ago about how excited this team is for the PBL. Let's watch this.
I guess yung biggest strength talaga ng team namin is we're solid ever since we started playing for F2. Matagal na kami magkasama since college. May mga ibang players na napunta sa amin pero yung sistema, na-adapt na din nila. So talagang yung chemistry and gelling sa loob ng court, nandun na. May gigil kasi last conference, hinayang kami na hindi kami kasama. So sumali din kami ng ibang competition prior to this. Yun yung isa sa mga paghahanda siguro na ginawa ng team namin. And nag-ensayo na din kami since the year started. Yun yung mga preparation namin coming to this team. I guess it means a lot to us kasi hindi naman kami nag-ensayo at nagsasakripisyo ng madaming beses para hindi manalo. So every time na sumasali yung F2 talagang goal namin is mag-champion. Mas masarap sa